Gene Hackman, a Hollywood legend known for his unforgettable roles in The French Connection, Superman, and Unforgiven, lived a life of fame and mystery. But no one could have predicted what the FBI would uncover inside his mansion. When agents stepped into the actor's home, they were met with a discovery so shocking it left even seasoned investigators stunned. Was it a long-buried secret, a hidden treasure, or something far more sinister? As the details unfold, one question remains. What was Gene Hackman really hiding behind closed doors? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind this mysterious situation. The shocking discovery at Gene Hackman's estate sent shockwaves through Hollywood, surrounding the deaths of the legendary two-time Academy Award-winning actor and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, with an air of mystery. Their bodies were found in their massive Santa Fe, New Mexico home, and at first, authorities ruled out foul play. Initial reports suggested carbon monoxide poisoning, but in a stunning twist, investigators later declared the deaths suspicious, launching a full-blown investigation. Two maintenance workers made the discovery when they arrived for routine work and found the front door wide open. The mystery deepened when two dogs were spotted running loose on the property, while another was discovered dead inside a crate, leaving investigators puzzled and searching for answers. The state of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa's bodies made one thing painfully clear. They had been dead for a long time before anyone found them. The severe decay and mummification left investigators stunned. Betsy Arakawa was discovered lying on the bathroom floor, close to a countertop covered in scattered pills and an open pill container. This chilling detail immediately sparked speculation. Had she overdosed, suffered a sudden medical emergency, or had something far more sinister happened? One seasoned investigator couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, saying, "In no way is it adding up to me. I've handled thousands of death cases over my career, and it is an anomaly to have two people fall over dead at the same time without some major cause." When federal investigators arrived, they were utterly shocked by the state of the bodies. An insider close to the investigation described their reaction as complete disbelief, saying, "You expect to see bodies in this line of work, but this was something else entirely. The level of decomposition. It's almost like time had frozen inside that house." The question haunting authorities was how a Hollywood icon and his wife could vanish from public view for so long without anyone noticing as their bodies decayed inside their mansion. Investigators are now exploring every possible explanation, from natural causes to tragic accidents, or even the horrifying possibility of homicide. Gene Hackman, who passed away at 95, was a towering figure in Hollywood history. The legendary actor won Oscars for his unforgettable performances in The French Connection and Unforgiven, leaving an indelible mark on cinema. With over 80 films to his name, fans adored him as the sinister Lex Luthor in Superman, and as the eccentric patriarch in The Royal Tenenbaums. Experts raved about Gene Hackman's unmatched versatility. He slipped seamlessly between drama, action, and comedy, like it was second nature. One historian remarked that Hackman was captivating in action films, emotionally powerful in dramatic roles, and downright hilarious in movies like Get Shorty. His range was nothing short of extraordinary. Hackman stepped away from acting in 2009 due to health concerns, with his final award show appearance in 2003, where he accepted a Golden Globe Lifetime Achievement Award. By 2023, he was spotted in public one last time with his wife in New Mexico, looking frail, leaning on a cane, and holding his wife's arm for support. News of Gene Hackman's death sent shockwaves ripping through Hollywood. Tributes poured in, with actress Gwyneth Paltrow, who starred alongside him in The Royal Tenenbaums, sharing a heartbreaking photo of them together, captioned with a broken heart emoji. After the bodies were discovered, the New Mexico Gas Company rushed to the scene to test for gas leaks, as investigators initially suspected carbon monoxide poisoning. But after a thorough inspection, no leaks were found, deepening the mystery. The investigation remains active as authorities meticulously gather evidence, anxiously awaiting autopsy and toxicology reports. Officials have promised the public they will unravel the chilling truth behind the tragic deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. What really happened during Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa's final days? And could the eerie details of their deaths point to a hidden truth? The unanswered questions only grow more disturbing. The couple's bodies showed clear signs of drying out, leaving investigators wondering just how long they had been dead, and what exactly caused their deaths. Could it have been natural causes, an accident, or something far more unsettling? Some suspect a tragic coincidence, while others fear something sinister. When deputies arrived, they found the front door wide open, immediately raising red flags. Did the couple leave it open themselves, feeling ill or disoriented? Or had someone else entered or escaped before authorities got there? The mystery only deepened as investigators searched for answers. Inside the mansion, Hackman's body was discovered in a small room near the back door, as if he had suddenly collapsed, with a cane and sunglasses lying nearby like haunting clues. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the house, Arakawa's body was found in the bathroom. A space heater had been knocked over, and pills were scattered across the countertop next to an open prescription bottle, painting a grim scene. The couple had 3 pets. 2 were still alive, but heartbreakingly, one was found dead inside a crate. The survival of the other 2 dogs suggests they had access to food and water for some time, but the caged dog's tragic fate hints that the couple might have been dead for days, or even weeks. Experts revealed that prolonged exposure to warm, dry air can cause skin to turn leathery and stiff, a chilling sign that Hackman and Arakawa had likely been dead for quite some time. This process usually takes days or even weeks, raising grim questions about how long their bodies had gone unnoticed. The space heater found near Arakawa suggests that heating was in use, possibly drying out the air and accelerating decomposition. But without more testing, the exact time of death remains a disturbing mystery waiting to be uncovered. Authorities ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning after fire officials and gas company workers found no leaks, a finding later backed up by the autopsy results. Strangely, there were no signs of forced entry, and neither Hackman nor Arakawa had any visible injuries. Yet, despite the lack of obvious clues, investigators refused to close any doors, determined to uncover the truth behind the couple's mysterious deaths. Some believe this could have been a tragic case of one person taking the other's life before ending their own, but the lack of any signs of violence casts doubt on that theory. In such cases, people often leave notes or carefully arrange their surroundings, yet nothing like that was found. Another theory suggests the couple may have chosen to end their lives together, possibly due to health struggles, but in those situations, people are typically found side by side, not in separate rooms, making this explanation feel incomplete. It's also possible that one of them died first, maybe from a sudden fall, a medical emergency, or even an overdose, while the other, overwhelmed by grief, followed shortly after. Investigators wondered if Hackman collapsed in the mudroom, and Arakawa, devastated, might have taken pills in distress. But until toxicology results come back, this heart-wrenching mystery remains unsolved, leaving more questions than answers. Another possible explanation could be an environmental factor, perhaps severe dehydration or exposure to something toxic lurking in their home. Investigators are now combing through the couple's medical history, searching for any underlying health conditions that might explain their sudden and tragic deaths. But with no obvious answers yet, authorities are meticulously piecing together every clue, desperate to unravel the chilling truth behind what really happened to Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. The results of the tests on their bodies could take weeks, maybe even months, leaving the mystery hanging in unbearable suspense. Police are meticulously combing through phone records, emails, and medical visits, searching for anything suspicious in the days leading up to their deaths. But the most chilling question remains, was someone else involved? There were no signs of forced entry, yet the front door was left open. Could it have been an innocent visitor? Someone who discovered the bodies and fled? Or worse, someone with dark intentions? Investigators are racing to find out. The cause of death remains a haunting mystery. Was it a heartbreaking accident? A choice the couple made? Or could there be something even more sinister at play? Until medical tests reveal the truth, speculation will only grow, and people will be left wondering what truly happened to Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. But with so many unanswered questions circling their deaths, could the voice of a loved one finally bring the truth to light? Could invisible, deadly fumes be the key to this tragic mystery? According to Gene Hackman's daughter, she believes carbon monoxide poisoning might have taken her parents' lives. On Thursday, Elizabeth Hackman told TMZ that toxic fumes could be the cause of death, and a gas company has stepped in to assist with the investigation. Leslie Ann Hackman, another of Gene's daughters, opened up to the Daily Mail after his passing. She insisted that despite his age, her father was in surprisingly good health. Even at his age, he was in great shape, she said, adding that he hadn't undergone any major surgeries in the months before his death. With no apparent health issues, she suspects a gas leak or carbon monoxide poisoning could have played a deadly role, leaving investigators scrambling for answers. Leslie revealed that her father stayed active well into his later years, practicing Pilates and yoga multiple times a week to maintain his health. She admitted that while losing him at 95 wasn't entirely unexpected, Betsy Arakawa's sudden death at just 63 left her with far more questions. She described their marriage as loving and supportive, saying, "I believe Betsy played a big part in keeping him going." Leslie explained how deeply Betsy cared for Gene, always watching over him and making sure he stayed well. Betsy took very good care of him and was always watching out for his health, she said. For that, I am really grateful to her, and I am very sad that she's gone. Elizabeth was one of Hackman's 3 children from his first marriage to Faye Malt, whom he married in 1956. Their relationship ended in divorce in 1986, and Malt passed away in 1986, 2017. Hackman found love again and married Betsy Arakawa in 1991. After stepping away from Hollywood, he retreated into a life of quiet privacy, rarely making public appearances. On one of those rare occasions, he was spotted attending a comedy show in his hometown, a fleeting glimpse of the once larger-than-life star. Gene Hackman's daughters, Elizabeth and Leslie, along with his granddaughter Annie, were shattered by the loss. With heavy hearts, we share the sad news of our father Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy's passing. While millions admired him for his incredible acting, to us he was simply Dad and Grandpa. His loss leaves an emptiness that words cannot fill, and we are truly devastated, the family said in an emotional statement to People. Hackman's journey to stardom began at the prestigious Pasadena Playhouse in California, but it wasn't a smooth start. His peers dismissed him, ranking him with the lowest chance of success. Yet instead of breaking him, their doubt fueled his determination to prove them all wrong. Hackman pushed himself harder, honing his craft and sharpening his skills. It was during this time that he formed a lifelong friendship with fellow aspiring actor Dustin Hoffman, who would also go on to become a Hollywood legend. In the beginning, Hackman struggled to break into the industry. He faced constant rejection, turned down time and time again for both his acting style and his appearance, but he refused to give up. Despite the setbacks, he worked relentlessly, taking small roles in theater productions and slowly sharpening his craft. Each performance made him better, inching him closer to his big break. His first film role came in Lilith, but it was his electrifying performance in Bonnie and Clyde that catapulted him to fame, turning him into one of Hollywood's hottest rising stars. Hackman's portrayal of Buck Barrow in Bonnie and Clyde was nothing short of powerful. He brought raw emotion and authenticity to the role, as if it were second nature to him. His performance was so captivating that it earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, propelling him out of minor roles and cementing his status as one of Hollywood's fastest rising stars. But it was his iconic performance as Popeye Doyle in William Friedkin's The French Connection, 1971, that truly changed everything. Hackman embodied the gritty, relentless police officer, balancing toughness with emotional complexity. His jaw-dropping portrayal won him the Oscar for Best Actor, and the film itself became a massive success, influencing crime dramas for years to come. This role didn't just elevate Hackman's career, it made him a true powerhouse in Hollywood. After The French Connection, Hackman kept the momentum going, diving into even more complex and unforgettable roles. In 1974, he teamed up with legendary director Francis Ford Coppola for The Conversation, portraying Harry Call, a surveillance expert haunted by guilt and isolation. This emotionally charged role let Hackman showcase his incredible range, and the film earned a Best Picture nomination at the Academy Awards. Critics raved about his performance, calling it one of the most powerful of his career. Throughout the 1970s, Hackman continued to shine, starring in hits like Scarecrow alongside Al Pacino. The film explored themes of friendship and loneliness, and the chemistry between the two actors added an extra layer of emotional depth. Then, in 1978, Hackman flipped the script by playing the iconic villain Lex Luthor in Superman opposite Christopher Reeve. He turned the classic comic book baddie into a hilarious yet menacing force, proving he could master not only serious roles, but also bring wicked charm and humor to the screen. Hackman wasn't just a star, he was a cinematic chameleon who could do it all. As Hackman's career soared to legendary status, he kept delivering unforgettable performances that captivated audiences. But behind the spotlight was the relentless pressure of Hollywood and the weight of time, quietly chipping away at his health. During one of his busiest years, juggling roles in Loose Cannons, Postcards from the Edge, and Narrow Margin, Hackman faced a terrifying health scare that could have ended it all. At 60, he underwent an emergency angioplasty, a procedure where doctors insert a tiny balloon-like tube to clear a dangerously blocked artery near the heart. United Press International reported on the incident in 1990, with Dr. Herbert stating, "We treated him just in time. Luckily, the blockage was in a spot where we could easily reach it with a balloon catheter and open it up. It was a close call, but Hackman's life was saved, just in the nick of time." While visiting Oregon, Hackman began experiencing alarming chest pains that radiated down his arm, a warning sign he couldn't ignore. According to UPI, doctors later revealed he was just hours away from a potentially fatal heart attack. Dr. Herbert explained that Hackman had no prior heart issues, and the blockage was simply a consequence of aging. In a 2004 interview with Larry King on CNN, Hackman opened up about the life-threatening ordeal. When King asked if he had been scared, Hackman calmly replied, "No, not really." I didn't fully understand how serious it was at the time, so I guess that's why. He added, "It all happened very fast. I went in and came out the same day." His near-death experience seemed to barely rattle him, a testament to his tough, no-nonsense nature. King pressed further, asking if Hackman feared for his health after his close call. But Hackman's response was as grounded as ever. "I try to take care of myself. I don't have many fears. I think we all worry about dying, especially as we grow older. My main concern is making sure my wife and family are provided for. Other than that, I don't have a lot of fears." His words revealed a man who had come to terms with mortality, more concerned with his loved ones than his own fate. By 2009, Hackman officially stepped away from acting, later revealing to Empire that his health played a major role in the decision. "The doctor told me my heart wasn't in the right condition to handle stress," he admitted, but retirement wasn't the end of his creativity. Hackman embraced a quieter life in New Mexico, spending his days writing, fishing, painting, and watching low-budget films with his wife. He co-wrote 3 historical fiction books with archaeologist Daniel Lenihan, and even penned his own Western and crime novels. "Writing has a different kind of pressure," he explained. "It's something you can control because you're alone, instead of having a whole film crew waiting for you to perform." Beyond his heart troubles, Hackman narrowly escaped another brush with death in 2012 when he was struck by a car while riding his bike in Islamorada, Florida. The Florida Highway Patrol reported to CNN that Hackman, 81 at the time, wasn't wearing a helmet when a pickup truck hit the back of his bicycle. He was airlifted to a trauma center in Miami, sparking immediate concern. However, Hackman's spokeswoman later reassured the public, telling Reuters that the truck had only lightly clipped him and that the helicopter transport was precautionary, simply because he was on an island. She added that he suffered just a few minor bumps and bruises and was released after a couple of days, a testament to Hackman's resilience. What do you think really happened to Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa? Were their deaths truly from natural causes, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.